I think the joy of being a parent will come to you when you feel that responsibility that my whole life really changed. The moment the gynecologist takes the baby and presents it to you and say, "Sir, this is your child, this is your baby." Hey there, this is Benjamin from LiveSmart Asia here. Once a month, the LiveSmart community gathers together and we learn more together. You're going to be watching one of my closed door sessions that I do monthly for the parents. Now, what's the purpose of this Parent Thrive? I believe that parenting can be quite a lonely journey sometimes. That's the reason why we have all this session every month so that we can grow together and thrive together. So, enjoy, watch, and share this video if you want to. See you at the next Parenting Thrive. So today's session, right, what I'm going to talk about is how hard is it to become parents? This is, of course, taking away the birth process, right? So we all know what happens before we became parents. Some of us, we plan to become parents. Some of us, we didn't plan to become parents. Like myself, I just share with you a good example for myself. So I didn't plan to be a parent. I got married, and then after that, I was listening to a lot of my friends, and my friends were sharing with me that it's very difficult to become parents. They've been trying for years to get kids, and they don't have kids. So I even have one of my friend, and this is a very close friend of mine that I often share his story with a lot of the students and the friends that I meet, that he actually tried to have kids for a good 6 times. His wife will be pregnant, but unfortunately, his wife will go through miscarriage. So somehow or other, the womb wasn't strong enough to hold the child, and he lost the kids. So sometimes people want kids, sometimes people don't want kids. Some of us, we have planned, some of us, it is unplanned pregnancy. Whatever it is, I think the joy of being a parent will come to you when you feel that responsibility, and my whole life changed. I speak for myself first. I think you can relate to me as well, that my whole life really changed the moment the gynecologist or the doctor takes the baby and presents it to you and say, "Sir, this is your child, this is your baby." And I still remember the process. "Can you please count the fingers and count the toes?" So the doctor asked me to count the fingers. Then I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And they even asked me to remember the timing. And to me, that is the most life-changing moment. My mother told me that you will never understand how it feels like being a parent until you are one yourself. When I got married, I didn't feel that life changed. But when I have that kid in my life, it still feels like yesterday. Every day coming out one kid, is it? No, I'm just kidding, right? Yeah, but it's like so big in our memory, right? And it stays with us. And it's a very heartwarming, I don't know how to describe. Only parents, we can understand this. It's a very heartwarming feeling, like someone up there has entrusted another life into our hands. And it's not easy, because even Charles M. Brown says this. People sometimes say that parenting is the toughest job you will ever love. Who in the right frame of mind will love a tough job? But that's how we are, parents. We are actually loving one of the toughest job in the world. And one of the toughest job in the world is to be responsible for another person's life. And he says this, but I believe that parenting is sometimes so tough and exhausting that you don't always remember to slow down enough to love it. While we are wanting to be like a parent, while we are wanting to focus so much to be like a parent, especially to be a good parent, please slow down and enjoy the process. And before you know it, in the blink of an eye, our children are already 8, 9, 10 years old. And very soon, they will be 20 years old. Very soon to come, maybe we will also become grandparents also. So hopefully one day, right, I will have the opportunity to train your grandchildren as well, to teach them all these wonderful things that your children are learning. Hopefully that will be a very beautiful dream come true. All right. So why is it difficult to become a parent? What's that responsibility that goes into our head? Exactly. I like this what Wee is saying over here. No school for parents, so I don't know which one is best for parents. When our children were born, our children was not born with an instruction manual. It will be so easy, right, if we got instruction manual, right? How to motivate our children, instruction manual, right? Very difficult to become a perfect parent, okay? No school for parents. Fear of raising the children. If I am doing right, I'm not too sure about it. Okay, being the role model. I never know what's my kids thinking. Okay, cool. So thank you for all your answers over here. Actually, right, if I think about all the issues that parents face, we are all facing certain issues, whether we are in doubt, whether we are certain. But if I can think, on a very surface level, right, most of us, it is difficult because we all have 3x. Okay, so the real answer is this. Now, what is this X that I'm talking about? I'm not talking about your ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend. I'm not saying that we all have 3 ex-boyfriend, 3 girlfriend, then after that suddenly we became parent. But what is this 3X that I'm talking about over here? Now, this is your first X, money. As a parent, do we also think about money or not? Yes or no? We think about the financial issues, right, that we have, expenses especially. Is it cheap or expensive to have children these days? Now, take a look at all of these things that we did our research about. Take a look at this. The first research, according to the National University of Singapore, having kids is expensive. According to National University Singapore Economist 2018, the cost to raise a child in Singapore is estimated 280,000 all the way until 560,000. In Jakarta, if you want to raise your children from 0 to 21 years old, right, until they can almost have their basic needs, some of us, it will cost almost up to 3 billion rupiah. 2017, the cost of raising a child is measured 0 to 14 stand on 1.57 million baht. Thailand. Most common costs associated with raising children in Malaysia today, including delivery costs, schooling, university, ringgit 400,000 all the way until 1.1 million. In the Philippines, until the legal age of 18, at least 10,000 pesos a month or 120,000 pesos a year. Now, of course, some of us, we will spend more, some of us, we will spend less. It is really based on our capability to provide to our children. If we can give more, I'm sure parents, we will give more. So one of the things that I want to talk about today is just expenses itself. As parents, right, we need to jaga, or we need to look after these expenses that we have. All right. Now, the second X that we have, what's the second X? Exhaustion. All right. Now, what's exhaustion? Exhaustion is a parental burnout. It's a state of physical, mental, and emotional exhaustion. It leaves parents feeling chronically fatigued, often experiencing sleep and concentrating problems, and it can lead to depression, chronic anxiety, or illnesses sometimes. So parents, sometimes our mental state, we tend to take a look at all the answers just now that you share with me. Some of us, right, we are doubting ourselves, we are asking ourselves, are we good parents? Are we providing the best for our children? If we keep doing this again and again and again, it will create bad mental health for that. So you got to be careful of that also. So what's the third X that I'm talking about today? Exclusion. Parents, sometimes as parents, right, we feel very lonely. Whether we have our partners or we don't have our partners, we can still feel lonely in certain stands, because while walking these steps to parenting, we don't know whether we are doing correct, we don't know whether we are doing good. So this is something that happens as well, right? We found that over half of the parents, or 56% of the parents with children under 5 actually feel lonely. 21% lack companionship, 23% feel isolated from other people, 76% sometimes feel left out. Okay, and also that's the reason why I see a lot of parental groups in Singapore these days, like parents whose children are of the same birthday month, same birthday year. They will meet together, they will talk together, and that's also the reason why I do this parenting session, right? Because myself, I as a parent, I think it would be good if I can research and then share certain things that I research about. And also, I can meet fellow parents over here. I can listen to your problems. I can find solution, and we can learn together. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoy yourself. You learn something. I hope you find the session useful. We do this once every month for parents because we want to build a strong community to focus and grow together to really help our children become stronger. If you've learned something, that's great. Drop us an email. Let us know what you learned. So thank you all. Catch you guys. Have a good one. Thank you.